Is this a common screen for you? Do you see this pretty often? Are you kind of sick of having to go through and selling all of these? Well, today's video is going to be about the top 5 quality of life adjustments we need to really bring this game to the next level. So let's get right into it. And since we're on this, number 5 is just going to be the very obvious. We need a way to go through and easily sell this, or just like in the multi-battle, we need a way where when you do a battle to have it automatically sell a certain parameter of artifacts, because it's very easy to just get completely jammed up with artifacts, and it's kind of laggy if you're using an emulator and you're trying to sell them, and it's really just kind of a pain in the butt. So it's very easy for me. The number 5 is we need a better way of selling gear. We need to be able to do it at the end of a battle automatically. You shouldn't have to click and then look and then say. I think there should be some kind of way that, commons, uncommons, 4-star, etc. You should be able to set a parameter, get rid of those right off the bat. Okay, number 4 for me is going to be that the multi-battle system, meaning if you pay the raid pass, you get the 40 multi-battles per day, needs to be able to also affect the dungeons. Now, let's say that for balancing reasons, or they just don't want you to be able to, if it's only for the ones that are there all the time, that's fine. Let's say only Arcane Keep, Minotaur's Lab, Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, Dragon's Lair, and Fire Knight, and then you have to manually play the keeps or something, I would be okay with that. But really, mostly Minotaur, I think, is the one we're looking at here. And a lot of people use auto-clickers, so just auto-click it overnight. I don't really think they actually have a huge problem with this, to be honest. But if that's true, why not just, put it into your game? Allow us to use the auto-battles in the game. Plus, I think that giving us more reasons to use our auto battles will sell more raid passes. So I think it's kind of a win-win. I don't really see it as being unbalanced. Maybe if they gave you a separate 40 for dungeons, so you can do 40 for campaign for experience and 40 for dungeons, that would be a really nice addition. I think would be a really big buff to quality of life, and might be able to take some of the free-to-play people to, monthly subscribers where they're just going to pay for the raid pass or something. Again, hopefully that could be a win-win for the company as well as the consumers. I know for myself, I think that would be pretty reasonable to give us 40 in both. Okay, another really important quality of life update, and this one's mainly for the free-to-play players. I think we should give free-to-play players more ways to get skill books. I think skill books are very, very difficult to get in this game. I think they're probably the real bottleneck for most players when it comes to getting your characters up. Unless you're, someone who spends a lot of money on the game, you tend not to get too many skill books. And I spend money on the game and I don't even have enough skill books, and I've had plenty of duplicates of characters and things of that nature. And it's kind of unfortunate because a lot of the skills for characters kind of make the character. I mean, the characters will get drastically better when they get maxed out with skills. And in most other games, just leveling your skills tends to be like a really important part of the game, or a crucial part of the character, or just a part of the game that you really almost never get paywalled on. I know from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, when it came to skills, basically your epic tombs were like Omegas, and like the legendary tombs were what we call Zetas, and those weren't really paywall items. They were items you get just from playing the game, grinding the game, having a bigger roster. And so maybe some really difficult dungeons that did reward you for skill books, or maybe like a couple weekly quests that gave you like an epic tomb, or a monthly quest that gave you a legendary tomb or something. But we do need more ways for the free-to-play especially to get tombs, because while you guys have seen me defend many pay-to-play games, because I'm a whale myself and I understand that mentality, a little bit more than the average person, I would say. I do believe that without giving free-to-play stuff that they need, games do die, because you need the hype around the game, you need the players in the game, you need people being active in the community, talking about it, word of mouth. You need those type of things in the game, and in order to get that, you have to make the players who aren't in position to spend tons of money still be able to enjoy the game. And I think giving us a way to get skill tombs cheaply and more often would be a very nice quality of life update. Although I don't know if realistically it's one we would get, strictly because it does eat in directly the monetization. There's not too much like they give us skill tomes, but they get something out of it. It's really just a buff to what we get. So hopefully they do, but I'm not sure they will. Now, this may not be something that everyone experiences, but the most frustrating thing, I think, for people who put money into the game and open a lot of shards, right? Whales like myself, is coming up with room to just put the people. I mean, when you're opening shards, it's rares, right? And I don't really like just burning rares for food right off the bat or anything. You know, you kind of want to look through them and all that. But, you know, if you're opening shards and you already have, let's say, 50 good characters, which I'd say most players probably at this point have at least 50 characters they don't want to instantly get rid of, okay? I mean, people that have opened any amount of characters are going to have that many. But you open a bunch more shards and stuff, and not everyone has the 200 champion vault max, right? Most people probably have like the 100. You start running out of the room really quickly, and it gets very annoying because you can't move 10 characters out of the vault and swap them for 10 characters in your inventory. You literally have to have the room, so you have to always have one spot to move, like loop them around. It's like one of those sliding wood puzzles. It doesn't make any sense because why can't I swap my characters? So it means you can't really easily move characters around through the vault. Like I can't go in here and be like, you know what? Let me move, you know, these 10, let me move all of these, okay, you know, move all these, blah, 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 14, okay, that's it, now it's full. Now, I can't put the rest in here, and then also go, okay, let me request these out too, because if you request them out, it resets the one on the other side. It only lets you do one or the other, so you can't put these in and pull that out. So that needs to be changed, or they just need to give us a bunch more storage, because honestly, it's kind of difficult. I'm sure people who are way more in-game than me that have like lots of characters, I mean, I don't even know how you would pull characters. You'd probably have to get rid of all your food, then post some characters, remove them one by one or something. So yeah, they really need to add a better way of managing your champions is going to be my number 2. Okay, this one is brain dead obvious. Number 1 is for the love of God, you guys have got to add a way for us to easily choose how to filter and look through the gear. If I'm looking for particular stats, it is almost impossible to look through here. You go through tons and tons and tons of stuff, and God help you if you did not sell all your garbage ones, like your shields from the curing sets or anything, because you're just going to have to go through rows and rows and rows. And if you're looking for speed, or if you're looking for anything, you have to go through every single one. And you can't see the gear that's on your other characters. So if you have something maybe that I really wanted to put here, like if I'm looking for a 5-star attack percentage chest, there is no way for me to know if I even own one of those. Okay, I have no idea. I would have to go through everything I have in there and then look through all single one of these. In Star Wars, I come from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, very similar type of game, good game too, but they have a system that allows you to sort by, speed secondary, by crit damage, by crit rate, whatever, and then you can see all of them instantly, and you can see, hey, this character has it. Would you like to pull that one off it and put it on this person? Because I need to be able to do that. Plus, I need a way to be able to set up and put multiple pieces of gear on and see the total stats that would change. I don't want to just do one at a time. Maybe I want to see what an entire different 6-piece set would look like next to the stats. The only way for me to do that is screenshot this, swap all of my items, screenshot that, look at that, and then swap to the one that's better. And I don't know if they do that on purpose because it's an easy way to just waste everybody's silver. But I mean, you can tell I'm getting aggravated about it right now. Everyone in this game gets aggravated by this. If you solve this problem, I mean, forget all other ones on this list. If you solve this problem, we all thank you. Trust me, I speak for everybody. Please, if you fix this, huge deal, okay? But that being said, there is plenty of other really important quality of life updates, but the 5 on this list are the ones that stop me from enjoying the game. I'm just that simple. I tried to put the 5 on there. If I had to say things that might make me quit the game after a certain amount of time, it's going to be the 5 on this list. And namely, number 1 is this artifact thing. As the game gets more complicated and you get more and more artifacts, it gets worse and worse and becomes more and more of a nightmare. My hat's off to you if you're already working on this. Okay, let me know what you thought of this list. These are just the 5 that came to my mind. I'm curious what else people would like to see added. I hope that they see this, and I hope they let us know if they're working on these or not. Okay, guys, love y'all. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Cheers.